everybody. So, happy tea time with me. I've got my um, British tea, breakfast tea with creamer because I'm American. Hi, Kay. It's good to see you. Oh, you're my baby. Can't help but think of a beardy slithering across the floor. Oh, Slitherson. Beardy being a bearded dragon, yeah. Hello, Rage. It's good to see you all. How are you doing? How was your weekend? Um, I got to spend some time with the boyfriend, and I wrote a friend a little note. Good morning, Rita. It's good to see you. And I took Sunday off. I just enjoyed myself. I figured I deserved it. I rearranged my living room, got some hi cool gamer. Yay. I got some oh geez, I saw Arlington and immediately thought of Virginia. I'm so excited for a second there. Oh yeah, I'm not in Arlington, Virginia. I'm Arlington, Texas. um Actually I've been on these but not like into New England. Really. I've been in Tennessee. I've been in West Virginia. I guess that's New England a little bit, maybe. Not really. um, and I was in Chicago once, but like it was overnight, like very quick, which was scary in an 18-wheeler. Woo! Yeah, I think West Virginia considers itself the South too. Phil, shoot. It's technically below the Mason-Dixon line. I was born in Southern California, for those of you who don't know. I moved to Texas when I was 7, and I've been here ever since. And so I'm an honorary Texan. My dad was a Texan. So, huh? Jen says my screen is freezing for a brief couple of seconds. I don't know if that's my internet. It could possibly be my internet, which you can see the blinky lights behind me of our modem. But yeah, we want to talk to because we have fiber. This shouldn't be happening. Like the other person that would be draining a lot of the internet is not even here today. So I don't know. Sipping coffee. Whoop. Yay. So yeah, I moved here when I was 7 with my father. My dad got custody of me when I was 6, almost 7. It does freeze here and there, but I can hear everything you're saying. Okay, thank you, Kay. Yeah, it must be my internet because we tried some other things, and so, but everybody voted to stay on StreamYard. So thank you for voting on my community tab. There is actually a vote on there right now. So exciting. Oh my gosh. So yeah, my dad got custody of me when I was 6, almost 7. And actually when I was 6. And we had to wait a little while. And then his mom got sick. And his mom lived in here in Texas, North Texas. And so he had to quit his job in California. And we moved in August to Texas. And I got heat stroke on the way. And that has affected me ever since. Like I can't walk into a sauna. I can't breathe. It's so hot to me. And I can only be in hot water for so long. So hot tubs are great, but I can only be in there for a short period of time. But yeah, so I've lived here this long, so I'm an honorary Texan. But I have done some traveling. My ex was a truck driver, and so we did do some traveling for a while, because I was on the road with him for a few years. But found that did not fit my personality to be on the road like that. Very confined, very restricted. Yeah, heat stroke is no joke. Yeah, and it affects you for the rest of your life. Like, you can only handle up to a certain temperature from then on, and then you're like, yeah, I'll get sick and pass out. Yeah. And so, yeah, of course, you can send me tea for me to try, and I will gladly try it. Or you can send me happy author mail there as well. I love getting happy mail. Um, I hardly leave the house in the summer. Oh, I know, it's exhausting. It's like you go from the house to the car and immediately turn on the air conditioner and go, please, please, please. Because Texas doesn't know what any other season's supposed to be, except for summer. Texas knows exactly what summer is supposed to be. And so, yeah. I rested up this weekend, did my nails again, and played a little Skyrim, and had a good time. Woo to all my Skyrim buddies. Happy Ostara, everybody. Um, it is the season of renewal. All the baby chickies, all the little lambs, all the stupid store. I'm gonna make a TikTok video about that because I had this funny moment one day, and I'm gonna make that a TikTok video. Speaking of, if you didn't know, I'm also on TikTok, which I need to add that to my webpage. I did update my webpage today. Coffee refilled and grabbed my breakfast. Yeah, for meal prep. So I woke up late. I've never experienced this before. I don't think I might have, but I am having a headache hangover. So, like last night, eventually it calmed down enough that I could sleep. The meds helped. But I woke up late because the pain wasn't there, but it felt like it could pop back at any moment. So that was really weird to me. So I haven't had breakfast yet. I did check my sugar, so I'm okay. I need to roast the pork loins for meal prep. You might have a rebound headache now. Oh, that sounds awful. Thank you, Kay. I knew I was forgetting something. I had a weekend too. It ended up last night for supper and evening at friends, so that I was a quiet evening. Oh, you had a lovely evening with friends. Yay. Oh, that's awesome. I hate those headache shadows, is what I call them. Oh, okay, headache shadow. To me, it felt like a hangover. I was like, but without the headache. But I like headache shadow. I like that. I'm just hoping it doesn't bounce back today and come and get me. So I'm trying to take it easy. So yeah. For those of you who don't know yet or are looking, I am taking part in a giveaway. It's the Mad Hatter Book Party giveaway on the 22nd. So just a few days. I'll be sending an email to those writers today. Lots of water, limited screen time. Oh, of course, of course. But at least I have blue light blocking glasses. So yeah, I'm trying to help. So I will be doing a giveaway. I will have swag up. I will have what else will I have? I will have a book that I'll be giving away. Rachel has some bookmarks and swag that she's giving away. Sunglasses work well for me. Oh, Okay, so I might try sunglasses today. Everything's going to be yellow. Uh, look around the house, everything's yellow. So yeah, we've got some good stuff coming up, um, and all that wonderfulness. Need to visit the Mad Hatter page. Yes, because make sure to mark your calendars. It's going to be an all-day event. Basically, the authors will be posting starting in the morning. They'll be posting their giveaway, and there'll be instructions how to enter, and you follow those instructions. And uh, authors will sometimes chat back to you because they'll be checking their posts throughout the day. And then the event will end. At the end of the day, they'll post that their giveaway is done, and then they will choose who their winners are. So the instructions will be found in. Can't just say you know what. No, it actually requires some instructions. So if you are a writer, you want to sign up now. Remember, you don't have to have a book out. Um, you can do swag, you can do gift cards, you can do all sorts of things to get people to your newsletters and your website and all of your social media jazz. Because the more people you get involved in the more people that you get involved in your story ideas and what you're working on in the book you're working, those readers stick around. Well, fiddly dee doop. Yeah. Yeah, Brandy, you could enter because you have low content books. I'm just saying. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's one thing we're going to talk about today before we start the read. Other than puppies being a nuisance here, our next neighbor has a new fluffy dog, and they're leaving that fluffy dog out all day. And our puppies want to play with the fluffy dog, and we're not going to let them. Um, I'm just saying mimics. uh, so, so yeah, what we're going to talk about today is how you can get readers interested in what you're working on before you're published. And a lot of authors have used this. John Green used this. If you don't know who John Green is, their dog out in the heat. I hope not. I hope not. If they do, I'm calling animal control. Right now, it's not terrible, but still, it's a fluffy dog that shouldn't be out all day by itself. They're tiny. Yeah, that's not cool. But if it gets start getting to the heat and they're doing it, then yeah, I'm calling because that's torture. Um, so there's a whole thing. But yeah, John, who wrote A Fault in Our Stars, if you've ever seen the movie, he wrote that book. Yeah, former dog trainer, yeah. Um, and he started getting a following before he was actually published. Um, don't make me come down there and save the puppy. I know, I know, I know. Um, so it's a very successful tactic. I used it before I started. While I was working on book one, I would share information about it. I would share what I was working on, who the characters were, the setting, what inspired me, my journey through writing it. And I met a lot of authors that way because I was like, I don't know what this means. What does this mean? And they would tell me. That's what I need to do, get readers on board before publishing. I'm aiming for mid-October to get published before the holidays when people are thinking about presents. That is great. Yes. Um, that is awesome. Get them on board now. Start your launch now. You actually want to start your launch about 6 months out from publication day. So We don't worry about that too much for the cookbook, because the cookbook, it's like, here it is, because it takes us a little while to pick the charity. Um, but yeah, I asked because I didn't know what certain things meant. I was new to the author, lingo, and yeah, and I'd heard about Nano when I was in college, and I started college when I was in my 30s. So I'd heard about it at the writing center at my college. And so I found Nano and I was like, oh, I want to try to do this. And that's how I found Sarah Cannon. Was I saw her videos on her Nano diaries. And that's how I met her. And I met some wonderful people in those groups. And yeah, by then my first book was already out, and I was working on my second one. And so I highly recommend getting on there. Start making videos, start making posts about your book that you're working on right now. And it doesn't matter if that book, you've got a long process coming. Share it. People want to know. Readers want to know. They want to be on the ground floor of an author and be like, oh, wow. And then and then later, if they find you, they would love to go back. How many of y'all have gone back? You found an author and you go and you read their blog posts and you go look at their social media stuff and you go, maybe they're on YouTube and you look at their YouTube stuff and you go back in time and watch their old stuff and what's coming up new. So just remember what you do when you find a new author that you're interested in. Speaking to Brandy and stalking authors, she got to live out talking to one of the authors she had been stalking. So um, she could, could talk about that a little bit too. No, ma'am. Go lay down. Go lay down. Thank you. Come on, come up here on the couch. Come on. Why you gotta call me out like that? I'm just saying an example. I know when I first found Laurel K. Hamilton, I started with her Mary Gentry series. And so I went and looked at her blog posts and was like, oh, okay, so she has this other series out. Oh, okay. So yeah, if you do that kind of thing, readers are going to do that kind of thing as well. So go ahead and start. Start now. Some of my old videos, like I made a plotting board, I made a murder board video, and I'm looking at that video going, oh my gosh, I would completely change that now. But you know what? My how to do a murder board is one of my top videos that people look at. And I'm like, oh wow, I might redo that video and do a how to do a murder board part to, redo, because it's one of my most popular videos, strangely enough. So yeah, so take your time, make your social media, make your brand. If you want more information on how to do that, how to make a brand, how to make your author persona, how to make your tagline, how to be consistent on social media, how to use social media, you can always take my workshop. Links are down below. Click on buymeacoffee.com/essaycrow. You will find my workshops there. I have, so if you want to take parts 1 and parts 2, you can do that. It's cheaper actually to do that. Take 1 and then take 2. So there is an option to take them both at the same time. Sometimes I think the FBI would have a field day with my search history. Okay, when it comes to search history for authors, I have a firm belief that if the NSA or whatever are looking, they're like, oh, it's another author. Never mind. Because actually the FBI has if you go to the FBI's website, this is true, and actually, I might share the screen with you guys and show you this. FBI author. Okay, so if you search FBI and writers or author, you find FBI, a guide for writers, authors, and producers. And let me share this. So yeah, if you go to the FBI, they have some information for you for writers and things to help you with, you know, how to use the FBI, what they can provide you, guidance on content regarding FBI investigations, procedure structures in history, information on costumes, props, scenery, and weapons, fact checks, liaison and coordination with local FBI field offices, coordination of location shots, and access to FBI facilities for filming scenes, interviews, or B-roll footage. So yeah, they're very helpful. I think if I had an FBI agent looking at my search history, they would contact me and have intervention for my eBay addiction. Can't I just get that from watching Criminal Minds? Well, sort of. I mean, TV is not always accurate, and neither is Hollywood. Um, so yeah, you have to kind of take what you see with a little grain of salt. The closest I think was NCIS because they actually worked a little bit more with NCIS. So yeah, I live in DC where all the hot air is. Oh my gosh.
It's called methane.
Jen is making peanut calorie comments. I started a new pen name. I joined a Facebook group with other authors in my niche and made friends. Then I did newsletter swaps with them and had a couple hundred subs before the first book came out. Awesome. Yes. Yes. Love the NCIS series. I loved it for a long time. I found it because of Abby. How can you resist a goth girl in a lab coat? I was just like, I had to answer that question. But then after a while, I actually watching because I got tired of the will they won't they with Tony and David. I just couldn't take it anymore. So I was like, no, I'm done. I'm done. Oh, but yeah. But if you would like to share anything with On the Wings for Writers, which is my writing group, I have a puppy right here. Go ahead and put her on our Facebook and share your stuff and on our stuff, and we will help promote you. We love to do that. So don't forget to mark your calendars. I will be giving books away and swag and all fun stuff on the 22nd. And on the 23rd, I will be doing a stream for our charity of the year. So yes, it wasn't the same after Abby left the show. Oh, I'm glad I didn't see Abby leave because yeah, I had trouble when no on Criminal Minds when Chocolate Thunder left because I loved that platonic friendship relationship between Penelope and him. I absolutely love that relationship, that they could be friends. Shinar more, thank you. I loved that relationship, and that he left. I was like, oh. And I know he left to do another show, but yeah, because it's so rare to see a relationship that wasn't sexual between a man and a woman. It was just their friendship, and it was awesome. So I'm going to share, speaking of sharing, I'm going to share some stuff with you guys. Our cookbook of the year is available on ebook and hardback. Brandy is doing a workshop Notion for writers. If you've ever, I'm sure you've heard of Notion. I'm sure you've heard me talk about my Notion. She's fantastic. She even makes Notion templates, so it's awesome. Speaking of our beautiful Brandy, she has journals out. Just go to Amazon, look up Brandy Bullock, and you will find her journals there. Rita is on Wattpad as Miranda Magic, all one word. And this is her Wattpad story. She's looking for feedback. And so far, I have been loving it. Of course, you can always get a free consultation with me. I'm also a writing coach and mentor. And like I said earlier, I have workshops as well. Let's see. Our lovely Rach and her friend Dawn have a book out, Doppelgangers and Deceit, the first book in the Dragon Tasker series. Brandy will be doing a stream on the 23rd at 10 p.m. Central. I will be doing a stream at 11 a.m. Central on the 23rd, and Rach will be doing a stream at 4 p.m. Central on the 3rd for our charity. Also, Rach has a free book. When you sign up for their newsletter, you can get the Pax Dragon. It began as a Vela, and now it's all for you. So awesome. Also, if you're interested, we have an accountability worksheet that we all work on together, and Rach put that together for us, and it is awesome. If you have anything that you would like me to share, post it in the Discord or on the Wings for Writers Facebook group, and we will share away. Also, if you have a ARC read or a beta read or a alpha read that you have, sign up and we will spread the word about your read and get you readers, free readers, free. So here is the link for On the Wings for Writers link tree, and I start that so it'll be for you guys. Let's see. I think Rach has a ARC read coming up. I need to sign up for Rachel's newsletter. You do. You do. All right. Also, I'm looking for guest bloggers. If you would like to post a blog in April, because I could use some blogs that I don't have to write in April, believe me. I will be drafting 30K words, and I would really like some blogs that I don't have to write. You can go to my website, links are down below, and click on writing services, and you will find the sign up for the author blog posts. So please, yes, please, if you have stuff, send me a message. I'll working on the April newsletter soon. Yes, she is. She does awesome. I'm looking for author readers in April. Woohoo! My internet cut out. I would love to write you a guest post. I'm an SEO writer for a living. Awesome. Yes. Sign up. I would love that. Just go to my website, click on writing services, and you will find the sign up for guest blog posts. And you can write about anything. Just as long as you follow some few instructions, it'll be awesome. I think that is all I have. for updates. Happy birthday to our Aries writers. Aries, it is the vernal equinox in Ostara in renewal and is the start of Aries today. So it is good to celebrate all our Aries babies. All right. What rules? I guess that means no potty mouth. Well, I need images. I need the document. No hate speech. The basic. Don't be a pootie. Pretty much. That's it. All right. There you go. Word again. Instructions. All right, everybody.
Like guidelines.
It is time. That time of the event where I'm going to read to you from my second book, which turned 1 year old this month, uh, The Fire Inside, Tony and Anna's story. So we are on chapter 4. If you want to hear the previous chapters, they're all in a playlist for The Fire Inside. Just click on that playlist and you can hear me read them out. Chapter 4, Tony. Sebastian's legal team didn't draw matters out. Sebastian waived his right to a grand jury indictment, pleading guilty, and proposed the judge not set bail at his bond hearing. After all, they seized him at the location, and his DNA matched. The impending trial is for his sentencing. The admiral called in a top-notch legal team for Anna. The guys and I sketched out half a dozen routes from the courthouse to the safe house while we waited for the fateful date. I hope the trial will mark the end of this ordeal for her. The day of the sentencing hearing, I asked Anna to stay inside with the guys while I braved the heat, car, and cooled the interior. With the Texas sun on my neck and sweat dripping down my face, I reached for my phone and dialed Travis. Tony, how goes it? Travis asked. I smiled a little and mopped the sweat from my forehead with the sleeve of my t-shirt. We're finally putting this thing to bed. God, I wish we found Anna sooner, but she's safe. I'm making sure of it. How's things there? Thunks beside me, and I turn the ignition. The SUV turns over and hot air blasts my face. Travis laughs. Don't worry about us, man. We're heading out to Oklahoma in a few days to visit family. Do you have do what you have to do. I'm glad your friend is safe. A somber tone creeps into my friend's voice. What happened? We've hardly heard from you since you left. I don't mince words, and Travis doesn't ask for details, even when I'm sure he hears the regret in my voice. At least you all found her in time. It could have gone worse, but now she can start to heal. Travis knows what it's like to watch someone you care about deal with assault and violence. He's never taken a woman home before. She's the best thing to ever happen to him. He needs to take it seriously. Thanks for understanding. We'll hold the line here through the trial. After that, my voice strains and I clear my throat. I'll update you once I know more. Is Nash working out? Yeah, he's first-rate guy. Likes to complain he'll have to work out harder if Raven doesn't stop feeding him. I think she's working on a menu to help him out. We're making arrangements to go on tour. As we talk, I fiddle with the dials on the middle console, the air pleasantly cooler. Along with being an actor, Travis is also the co-owner and lead vocalist for his band, Home. He'll require guitarists to sub for him on tour, and helping him find a replacement will be the least I can do. Yeah, will do, man. Take care of yourself. As Travis hangs up, I hear Raven asking him to sample something. I envy him a little bit more. Walt walks Anna out to the car and helps her into the back seat. Her eyes are hollow and lack the temper she showed during her rescue. Her face is leaner than it should be, the skin under her eyes a bruised purple. Her clothes swallow her up. What kind of toll will this trial take on her? After closing her door, Walt rounds the back of the car, making it security check. All clear. He climbs into the passenger side door. Walt's the shortest of us at 5'8", but he's built like a boxer. He got the nickname the Diplomat on our first mission together, and he's been saving our collective ass ever since. He'd often took the lead with rescue victims while we were in the Navy. Later, after most of us retired, he'd started helping battered women escape abusive partners. The drive from the safe house in Saginaw to the downtown Fort Worth courthouse is quiet and somber. I check on Anna in the rearview mirror, and she's always gazing out the side window. She looks ready to tumble over at any moment. Once I catch her shaking her head like she's trying to repudiate something her mind won't let go, and suddenly opens a notebook and starts writing. This goes on until we pull into the parking garage across from the courthouse. Walt stays with the car as I escort Anna inside. Cool air tickles the legs of my slacks. Anna shivers ahead of me, her clothes no match for the cold in these marble halls. Light slants in from skylights, filling the space in patches of warm sunlight that glistens off dark wood paneling. Waiting in a spot of warmth ahead of us, blonde hair twisted into one of those magic updos women do, is our head lawyer, Leona Hall. She's speaking with a rumpled man fidgeting with the pockets of his lifeless brown suit. Please don't let him be part of the legal team. Miss Anna, Leona says as we approach, it's a pleasure to see you again. Sebastian's trial's almost closed. With your testimony, I'm convinced he will never walk the streets again. Her grin is intimidating. This is Landon Jenner. She gestures to the brown suit beside her. Mr. Olson? Sorry. Um, Anna doesn't truly look at him, her gaze drifting past his left shoulder. Are you part of the legal team? No, Miss Hahn. I'm here to testify against Sebastian. His eyes twitch to Leona, verifying if he may talk. She nods and smiles in confirmation, and he continues. Sebastian borrowed my car that night. I didn't realize what he planned to do. He said the last in a rush, as if Anna would blame him. Sweat collects on his brow, and he rubs the collar of his shirt before scratching his wrist. Thank you for coming forward. She finally inspects Landon for the first time, and I exhale relief as she reaches out to shake his hand, receiving a hesitant smile in return. Landon steps. I'm going to do things right this time. By his symptoms, I estimate he's going through the initial stages of withdrawal, but he's bravely keeping it together so far. Mr. Jenner, thank you again. We'll require you tomorrow, but you can take off if you need to. Leona's voice is sympathetic. His gaze swings between the two women and lastly up at me. I nod my head at him. I'm beyond pleased Anna reached out to someone, if only to initiate physical contact. This is the first since she's arrived at the safe house just a few days ago. It has to be a positive sign. Landon passes a group of men approaching the courtroom. Most scream high-paid lawyer with their expensive tailored suits and shiny shoes. The man in the middle of the group draws my attention, a shark amidst a school of fish. That's Emmanuel, Sebastian's older brother, Anna says, to no one in particular. He works for some high-end banking establishment. As if overhearing her, Emmanuel scrutinizes us, using his predatory gaze zeroing in on Anna as if he can smell blood in the water. My muscles tighten for an attack. I cross my arm in front of Anna's body as if to put her behind me and out of the line of danger. I only met him a few times, Anna continues as they pass us in a nearby meeting room. Holidays mostly. I got the impression Sebastian didn't have any other family. Anna continues as they pass us into one of the meeting rooms attached to the courtroom. I relax and even out my breathing to moderate my pumping heart rate. The bailiff shows tap against the floor as he approaches. Raising his voice, he calls for everyone to be seated. We accompany him inside with Leona and her team joining the defense attorney to one side of the courtroom. The DA is my height, 2 inches over 6 feet, with an average build, tan skin. His slim face juts forward like a fox surveying the chamber. Intelligence sparkles in his brown eyes. emphasizing the resemblance. We perch on hardwood benches and watch the other side file in with expensive lawyers and Emmanuel front and center. The bailiff calls us to rise. Anna stands on her own power. The judge enters from his chambers. An older man in the common black robe takes a seat in the leather chair. We listen to the DA's opening statements after he's given permission from the judge to start. Your Honor, Sebastian Philidor has pleaded guilty to sexual assault, unlawful imprisonment and detention, as well as mental and physical torture. His clear voice echoes throughout the courtroom. He recommends a life sentence. They give the floor to Sebastian's lawyers for their opening arguments. They want the jury to believe Sebastian didn't know what he was doing was wrong, that he was under extreme stress. They continue to explain how their client was distressed after Anna had broken up with him. He was homeless and under this great strain made some rash choices. Should he spend the rest of his life behind bars for a mistake? Says his fair-skinned, 6-foot-tall, and muscle-bound male lawyer. His black eyes seem dull as they skate over the audience, trying to hold their attention. The lights glint off the heavy gel slicking back his short and fine light brown hair. The judge dismisses the jury for the day, allowing them to check into the nearby hotel and the rest of us to go home. Walt opens the car doors when he sees us heading his way. How are you holding up, Anna? She gives him a tired smile as she climbs up into the SUV's back seat. Enough to want to get out of here? Walt looks at me, silently asking the same question. I nod in agreement. He climbs into the passenger seat. I pull out onto Weatherford Street and turn the SUV towards the safe house. The silence weighs on me. I can't help longing to distract her from her dark thoughts. I hate seeing her like this, a shell of the beautiful, vibrant woman I knew. The guys have been sweeping your apartment for listening devices, I say, hoping to coax her with thoughts of returning to her normal life in safety. They've installed a comprehensive security system for you. I babble, hoping to distract her with thoughts of normal life and safety. I repeated that twice. I got a text from Elliot. They're doing the wiring today, Walt adds. Was this all my fault? She asks out of the blue. I watch her wringing her hands together in the rearview mirror, staring out the window as we pass the intersection for university. I'd been doing well ignoring the dagger plunged into my heart the moment I saw her, snatched her away from the house, but her question twists it in place and I flinch. What do you think is your fault? Walt asks, his voice calm. Did I make him desperate? Was this the only thing he could do? Did I not notice him enough while we were together? Did I deserve this? She whispers as the scenery passes by, her fingers purple under the pressure of her hands. We are responsible for our own actions. Walt curls his hands into fists, hiding them from Anna. You cannot blame yourself for this, and you can't go back and fix any mistakes you made. Move forward, make plans, live a life worth living. You didn't make anyone do anything, I add, watching her in the mirror between glances at traffic. I replace my hand on the wheel when I realize I've been rubbing my aching heart. The silence returns, and it seems worse than before. Walt's occasional directions to change course if a car seems suspicious is the only conversation for the rest of the ride. We find the guys silently huddled around the dining table when we enter. Walt gives me a meaningful look before escorting Anna upstairs, silently asking me to wait until she's out of earshot before getting the sit rep. I can't miss her shattered posture as she shuffles past. Her questions echo through my mind, driving the dagger deeper. Sit rep. I prompt the guys with a look, my eyebrows raised in question. After Walt comes back down, Elliot gives the report. They hacked all of her electronic devices, her Wi-Fi network, video cameras, AI assistants, computer, streaming device, and television. They have eyes and ears everywhere in there. Well, shit. What now? So that was chapter 4. Everything sounds awesome. I need to scoot for a meeting. Have a good day. Oh, thank you, Kay. So interesting. Um, it seems a little bit more is going on than they had planned. Stupid cliffhangers. Yes, but you want a chapter to be a cliffhanger. Oh. It's good to have a chapter end on a cliffhanger. You want to keep them guessing and make them turn the page. What I could hear of it sounds good. Oh, thank you. I've noticed a few repeaty things that I would fix, which I'm going to fix. Not when I have to wait a whole week to know what happens next. Thank you all, and thank you for being here with me this morning. And I can't wait to see you in sprints and the Discord and all the lovely places. If you're watching the replay, you of course can listen to the previous chapters in the playlist for tea time, a fire inside, and yeah. So I will see you all later. Aww. Yep, that word stuff. So see you Friday for writing sprints. Bye, everybody.